Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the channel. Let's see, over the weekend I streamed for like 3.5 hours, so that was pretty cool. Hopefully you were able to watch it live. If not, it is up on the channel, as I'm sure you saw, so you can watch it after the fact. You won't be able to see the chats that I was responding to, but context clues, I don't know. Anywho, today we are unbagging a Kickstarter that came in a week or so ago. Yeah, back over the pandemic, I kind of fell into a bit of a, I don't know, Kickstarter addiction, you could say. So I'm actually a top tier backer on Kickstarter, allegedly. I think it's like platinum backer or something. I don't know, super backer. But anywho, I mostly backed different tabletop RPGs, homebrews and third parties and that kind of thing. And one of the ones that I found myself diving deep into the community of was Mothership. And so Mothership, for those of you who don't know, is essentially, I don't know, it's like D&D in space, but not really. It's more like you're playing the characters of like the Alien franchise or those kind of like space horror movies and TV shows. It's very much in that vein of things, but it has a very vibrant and enthusiastic and active homebrew community that is very, very regularly putting out new homebrew content through Kickstarter and other crowdfunding platforms. Yeah, so one of those groups that puts out a bunch is Tempest Tome Games. And yes, I printed out some of the Kickstarter info because my brain doesn't do much. But yeah, so this is the second series 2 of Terrors from the Cosmos. I did back series 1. I do have it in a bin behind me somewhere. I'll make a video about it at some point, hopefully sooner than later, since I'm doing this one now. But we're gonna start with this one because it's unopened and unbaggings are fun for me. So I'm gonna read a little bit about what it is. It's a box set of 5 sci-fi horror adventure pamphlets, also known as zines, for Mothership First Edition. And yeah, so inspirations for this project include pitiless corporatism of William Gibson, techno-cynicism of Michael Crichton, the claustrophobia of Peter Watts, the psychedelic nausea of Philip K. Dick, the sci-fi legends Ray Bradbury, Ursula K. Le Guin, Mary Shelley, and Harlan Ellison. And so the adventures contained within are the ABYSSAL's Enigma, which thrusts you into the black vegetal waters of Biosis 9X2 to discover the fates of an isolated research team. You've got the Mermaid's Purse, which vortexes the players into the wake of Leviathan, where a massive pool of fanatical sharkmen surround the ship Helix Sinister. You've got Armillarian Apressorium, which lures the players into the mechanisms of a Sapro Corp snack food facility in the frozen waters of a distant exoplanet. 2 more. The Search of the Coral Crypt, which submerses players in the pursuit of a vanished archaeological ship that reportedly discovered a mysterious white coral city known as Coralis, and the Waters of Linnea, which guides players into a state-of-the-art medical center specializing in an unusual transformation. So a fair bit of water-related ones. If I recall, the first one kind of had like, I think it also had 5, and each one was kind of like a different area of like sci-fi horror. So like AI, deep space, body horror, that kind of stuff. But yeah, let's open this up and see what we've got. So first off, it comes in just a lovely, typical paper bag, which is fine. Nestled within there, you've got the main thing, which we'll get to, but we've also got a little sticker sheet, and I will move the camera over and give you closer looks momentarily. And we've got a sticker of the publishing company. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Then we've got wrapped in this expandable cardboard brown paper. I actually like this kind of packaging. It's kind of cool. I will definitely save this for the Lego store, Bricklink store that will be going live at some point. So we've got the main box of pamphlets that were nicely wrapped in a t-shirt. And this one, let's see, Terrors from the Cosmos, Series 2, Abyssal Depths. Abyssal Depths. Yeah, makes sense. So this one is an actual t-shirt, which I prefer. I like that. The first one is a long sleeve t-shirt, and I like wearing long sleeve like over layers, but I don't like just like having on a long sleeve shirt. So that one I'll definitely wear. The other one, occasionally. So it comes in a very nice little plastic case to keep it nice, which I will probably return it to, even though it's just packaging for shipping, but I like that. And then it's got a little sleeve thingy on it. Nice hard cardboard, good quality stock. And then a little pull-out folder, a little folio you could call it, that has the pamphlets, another thing, and little cards to go with it. So I'm gonna bring the camera over and we'll take a closer look. Be right back. Okay, so we've got a little card here that basically just says the contents, some writing credits, graphic design, illustration, contact info, and copyright, and then the same thing on the back. Cool. All right, so right on top, we've got the Waters of Lernea. Lernea Pools Medical Center, LPMC, offers an unusual service. Terminal patients may pay to transform into tadpoles. Piscine immortals swimming eternally in the Lernean aquarium. Interesting. So inside you got the management, secrets of LPMG, security protocols, the tadpoles, and some more info on the back there. Then you've got the Amarillion Abyssorium in the freezing waters of exoplanet AGA 2240, 35K, Sapro Corpse, Blasto, shrimp snack production facility has been infiltrated by a monstrous fungal hive mind entity, the Amilarian. Can't say it. The clash of titanic interest spells certain doom unless the crew unravels the mystery in time. So this one's also got items and clues, factory areas, fungal beds, NPCs. It's gonna fill in the monster of the adventure. And we've got the ABYSSAL Enigma. One of the things I love about Mothership, and also just like third-party things in general, tabletop RPGs outside of D&D and your typical ones, is just how cool the art can get, and just the stylization of the products. I don't know, these third parties, these fellow gamers, they make some really nice stuff, I will say. So, the ABYSSAL Enigma, the KDZU Biological Research Corporation hires the crew to inspect a distress signal from a derelict underwater research base on the planet ABYSSAL 9X2. Crew easily descend into the waters and locate the UP2 research base. Surrounded by alien structures, without warning, a barrage of energy weapons fires from the briny abyss, crippling their ship. Got a similar layout inside, locations, timeline of things happening, that kind of stuff. Cool. I like how each one kind of has its own color scheme. Some of them, the colors are a little harder to read on the black than others, but that's okay. So you've got, next up, Secrets of the Coral Crypt, which recently the Stevgos Archaeology Research Barge, SARB, arrived at the planetoid called Kraken to investigate a xenoarchaeological site dubbed Coralis, hidden within an underwater chamber. Their mission: identify and retrieve valuable archaeological data and artifacts. 1 month later, the SARB crew has ceased all subspace communications. Similar layout inside and on the back. Now I will say one thing, so as nice as it is to have like thick cardboard for these things, these zines, I will say the thicker cardboard tends to crease a bit harder, and so you see a little bit more of the white of the paper popping through where the ink is getting broken. It's like they look nice and they feel nice and they will probably hold up much better, but they also kind of hurt themselves in that way. Lastly, you've got the Mermaid's Purse. The research vessel Helix Sinister is trapped by sharkmen in Pemberton Sea, a vapor cloud encircling a black hole. Inside, researchers suffer through a dark ritual known as the Mermaid's Purse. Whoever on board survives longest will join the sharkmen as their new Primarch. I really like this color red and that like light beige kind of tan color. Very cool. Very cool. And the last thing that comes with this are these lovely little cards. And so it looks like you get 2 per adventure. I guess if NPCs are main items. So that's pretty cool. Matching colors and all that. Very nice. Very nice, very nice, very nice. So that's what comes with this Kickstarter. Obviously it's too late to back it now. So I would assume if you want to purchase this, you'll have to go to Tempest Tome's website and do so. Now, this isn't a sponsorship. I have no idea the actual gameplay quality of these, but just right offhand, I will say I really like the quality of the products themselves. And I do look forward to adding them to my repertoire of Mothership adventures to play through. I'm going to switch the camera back up and we'll close out the video. Be right back. Alright. That has been Terrors from the Cosmos Series 2 from Tempest Tome Games. Yeah. So I am a big fan of Mothership. I have yet to actually play it even though I've backed pretty much all of the Kickstarters and other crowdfunding things related to it. So I have several dozen adventures. I kind of have a plan to kind of stitch together a bunch of them as like a longer form campaign when I do eventually play it. In Mothership, your characters are very likely to die very regularly. It's kind of a meat grinder sort of RPG. However, when I do it with a group, I'll probably try to make it a bit more like longer form with the characters, so you can get connected with them and mourn their loss when they do lose. Just because I prefer longer campaigns and that kind of thing. I would still want to keep it like Monster of the Week sort of thing. So I'd probably, not necessarily like Star Trek sort of thing, more like Firefly, or the other shows are not popping up in my mind right now, but there's a bunch from the early 2000s and the 90s of your ragtag group of adventurers that are kind of stuck together on a ship doing monster mission adventures of the week sort of thing. But anyways, that's all I have for you today. Yeah, if you're into Mothership, check out Tempest Tome. They've got some pretty good stuff. I'd recommend it. And just check out Mothership in general if you're into sci-fi and the Alien franchise and other just sci-fi horror. There's a lot of good stuff out there, and it is one of those RPGs that's pretty accessible, very rules light if you want it to be. It also really lends itself to like one-shots and not 8-hour sessions 5 days a week for all of eternity. But yep, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, all those things, and I'll catch you probably tomorrow with another video. See ya.